Today we are going to discuss the evolving demand in the collecting market for Magic the Gathering. Alright.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
So something people should think about is the demand in the collectible market for Magic the Gathering. Now, there's a difference between rarity and in demand. In demand talks about, rarity is something that is just like, that's really the backbone of collecting stuff that's rare, right? But stuff that's in demand can have more price gains in the short term, and or like it could be easier to sell in the short term compared to something that is actually rare, right? So let's discuss how the market has changed for what is in demand over the past, I guess it's 10 years now. Wow, that's kind of crazy to think about, huh? So in 2015, when I started grading Arabian Nights commons, like, it was kind of looked down upon. It didn't matter that they were top population, or even the fact that they were Arabian Nights didn't even matter. Like, at this point, it was considered like ABU or bust. Like, there were snobs out there who didn't consider anything else collectible or desirable, right? This is 10 years ago, not that long of a time. So if you think about that time frame, like, you imagine what can happen in the next 10 years after this. So here you go. So then after that, right, it shifted from just Abu to, like, you know, Arabian Nights and maybe stuff like Cradle and Tolarian Academy, Mox Diamond, you know, so on and so forth, right? That took a while. And then it shifted towards the middle reserve list, like, you know, Academy Rector, Lake of the Dead, Survival of the Fittest, good cards, but they didn't have like that push and those buyouts behind them before, right? Now they did. This is like 2016, 17, 18, 19. We saw a push from Abu through Arabian Nights, and now it's starting to eat up, you know, stuff from Saga and Stronghold and whatnot. After that, especially with attention from some YouTubers, Silver Age foils with a focus on 7th edition because of the fact that it's white border and the foils are black border. This started happening. So now we see crazy prices currently for some of those foils. I remember buying them in this time before this and then losing faith in a lot of this stuff, and I'm glad I followed up with my Urza's Destiny set, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so it shifts to Silver Age foils, right? And less emphasis on the older reserve list. And you got to understand, as you shift to the newer things, there's less emphasis on the older things that were being bought out before that. And then it's, and also if you think about the time frame, 20 years before 2015 was 1995. So stuff around then, you know, like, that's what was popular. And as it became more like 2020, Silver Age foils became popular because that was the year 2000, you know, 20 years before that. And so it moved on to sealed heavily. You know, sealed was always a thing during all this, but then sealed really exploded during COVID, as we saw when money was being helicoptered around. And now we're seeing a shift towards collector's edition stuff that was kind of ignored in favor of the sealed older stuff. And when I say older, I don't mean just old reserve list. Now I mean Silver Age and even late Silver Age, early Bronze Age. Now we're seeing collector boxes and Bronze Age sealed being bought out. I think what we have in store for us is now a shift towards some of the subsets that may have been overlooked. I think stuff like masterpieces still haven't seen their day. I think stuff like the serialized Predators from March of the Machines, special things, the Step Incomplete foils, you know, things of this nature, things where it was done. I don't know if they're gonna revisit it, type of stuff, and tough to pull, and a good subset. That's I think what is going to be desired. I mean, I know I like that type of stuff, and this is excluding all peripheral type of things like fat packs or bundles, whatever. But yeah, this is something I've been thinking about lately. How as we march forward and the market evolves, if you don't stay with it, you're going to kind of lose out. And I'm not saying to sell everything. I'm just trying to say, think about having focuses or groups like that, and when one of them pops, you kind of sell the chaff and trade up and focus your collection, galvanize it, whatever type of word you want to use, concentrate it, distill it, make your collection less bulky and more compact, like value. That's that's where you want to lead your collection. You don't want to just keep on building. I mean, no one measures their collection by how many boxes of bulk that they have, I'm just saying. So it's something to think about. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon if you want to open some cool older stuff. We are going to be opening up a Mercadian Masks box soon. I point over here like you can see it. Meanwhile, it's outside the frame. I think we're going to maybe do Judgment. Anyway, check out my Patreon. Remember to like and subscribe if you're going to buy any cards today. Remember to use my TCG Player affiliate link in the description. It is free and easy to use, and it helps out the channel a lot. Otherwise, take care, have a lovely day, and I will catch you soon. Peace.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?